Looking at the college football slate, you guys, we do have 4 games on deck. 3 games on deck. We have South Florida versus North Texas. We have Fresno State versus Colorado State, and Rutgers versus Wisconsin. Now, we'll start here with South Florida versus North Texas. So South Florida rolling in as a dog at plus 110. We got a line here for North Texas at minus 130 on the money line. The spread is 1.5, but I started to tick up, you guys. It was minus 124. At minus 1.5 is minus 118 here for North Texas. The money is coming in. Now, this one has a high total, highest total of the Friday slate of 66.5. When I look at this one, it's going to be an interesting matchup here as these two top teams in the American Conference clash off. South Florida is 4-1 on the season. They've won their last 2 games in a row, and they're 1-1 out there on the road. North Texas yet to be defeated. They're 5-0 on the season. South Florida, I do like their quarterback, Brown. He's got a 61.3% completion rate, you guys, for 1,194 yards, 10 touchdowns, but he has thrown 4 interceptions. My problem with Brown is sometimes he holds onto that ball too long, and the defense of the opposing team is able to get that sack. Now, when we look at North Texas here, they were minus like 124 in the money line. Like I said, ticking up to that minus 130 mark. We have Drew. He's got a 67.9% completion rate. He's been able to throw for 1,247 yards so far this season. He's got 11 touchdowns. And when I look at his touchdown to interception ratio, you guys, it's 11-0. They have a strong 1-2 punch with the running back room as well, with McGill and Hawkins coming in nice and strong. This is a defense that plays really fast tempo. They're able to bring that pressure. So that scares me. For the quarterback here for South Florida, Brown, I do think the books have the right side with North Texas here at home. It seems pretty square, and you guys know that I don't like just being on the favorite, but I do think we could see North Texas pull it off here at home. I just don't want to lay the minus 130 mark. So if I'm going into this game, this would be a live bet if South Florida goes up first, and Cody's rolling with South Florida straight up on the money line for that plus money. I do think their quarterback, Brown, is effective. He needs to get rid of that ball a lot quicker, especially against North Texas's defense. If Brown can get rid of that ball nice and quick out to his weapons out there and not hold the ball in the pocket too long, they should be able to pull this one off. If they don't, we will see North Texas take this at home. So I do think this is a live betting situation with the spread so close at 1.5. I will be coming back in on a team when they go down. So I do think North Texas plus the points if they go down to start this one. I'm going to move on to the next game. The next game on the docket in college football is Fresno State versus Colorado State. Now, this one has the lowest total of a Friday night. It's got 47.5. Minus 105 to the over, minus 115 to the under. We are seeing Colorado State a home dog, and you guys know I freaking love a home dog. They're coming in at plus 6.5 at minus 110, plus 190 on that money line. And Fresno, minus 6.5 and minus 230 on that money line. This is going to be an interesting one. And I do think Colorado State, with how strong their run defense is, has every ability to keep this one tight. I'm grabbing Colorado State as a home dog plus the 6.5. I know they've looked bad as of late. So this is kind of like hold your nose. Maybe don't watch it. And just step away and look at the score at the end of the game, because this one is going to give you heart palpitations if you're watching this with how bad Colorado State has looked as of late. Fresno State has injuries on the offensive line. Their tight end is not 100% as well. So I do think they're going to struggle a little bit in this game. And Colorado State, as long as they slow down the pace, stop the run game here, for Fresno State, like they should be able to do. This is a top 10 run defense. We're going to see them keep it within this number. Now, looking at that total or looking at that money line, is it worth Colorado State at plus 190? I'm not sure if I would take them for the upset win, but if I'm taking them plus the 6.5, sometimes I got to sprinkle At this price, no. If we see Fresno State get that first touchdown on the board and we're getting Colorado State close to the plus 300 mark, at that point I will sprinkle, as I do think this is a game that finishes within that field goal kind of mark. So give me in this Colorado State as the home dog. Now we're looking at Rutgers versus Washington. The lines are moving on this. Rutgers was a 10.5-point dog on the road versus Washington. As we started the show 48 minutes ago, we are seeing that line move to 11.5 as money keeps coming in here on Washington. Washington laying the 11.5. They're minus 450 on the money line, and Rutgers plus 350 to pull off the upset. 60.5 is your total. I do think this is one where Rutgers off a bye, you got to look at those trends, you guys. Rutgers off a bye are 8-0-1 against the spread coming off the bye in their last 9 times in this situation. 8-0-1 against that spread. Now we're getting them plus 11.5. I tell you, it looks like a great way to go. Under their head coach, Rutgers is 36-22 and 3 against the spread as a road dog. You guys, this at 11.5, I have to take Rutgers here versus Washington. I do think Washington, you look at their travel concerns coming back home here, and I think Rutgers has every ability. Now, you can look at Rutgers in the first half, and I do think that's probably the smarter way to go. There is some questions about weather in this game, and I look at the first half here, and I'm going to get that first half spread. I haven't run to the window on this because I did think lines would move. I think the public will continue to come in on Washington over the day. We're seeing first half Rutgers plus 7.5. You guys, that feels like an absolute gift from the books. Rutgers plus 7.5 in the first half. They juiced it though at minus 128. I do think that first half total is interesting as well. 31.5, but you're going to have to lay too much juice to the under at minus 138. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so you're talking most of the tickets on the money line and the spread going. It is 70% money line for South Florida and 76% of the spread South Florida, but still not the favorite. Public is on South Florida. Big money is on North Texas. Let's go, Mean Green. Let's get it done, Lex. Love that you're coming with those numbers here for us on a Friday morning. You guys, it is October 10th. It is Friday. It is Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. So happy Thanksgiving to any of the Canadians out there watching. American Thanksgiving, I celebrate as well. You know, that turkey day on a Thursday, nothing better. And you're thinking Rutgers will get taken behind the woodshed. I could see that in the second half. I think Rutgers in the first half holds tight. The second half is where I think we see Washington break away. So look for Washington breakaway in the second half if Rutgers keeps it tight in the first. Getting Washington under a touchdown favorite, I think, will be an opportunity for us to grab. I love that live betting market out there, especially in football, and I do think it's something you guys need to stay tuned for. So, you guys, we are live here on All Joe Madden Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern. I appreciate you guys who tune in every day. Best in all your bets. Let's make some freaking money out there today. Bye, guys.